disappeared slowly right beside you. I disappeared slowly right beside you. I folded pieces of myself like letters no one reads. Cut my colors into pale so you could finally breathe. I laughed softer than before, held my tears beneath the skin. You said love meant sacrifice, so I let myself grow thin. And every room we entered, you took all the light. I stood beside your shadow, trying not to shine too bright. I kept changing shape to fit inside your hands, but every softer version still wasn't what you planned. I kept shrinking beside your love, making myself small enough to stop your storms from rising, to keep your heart from running. But every piece I gave away only made me fade to gray. Now I barely recognize the girl behind these tired eyes. I bent until my soul broke through, trying to be enough for you. I wore silence like a dress, beautiful but hard to breathe. You called distance peacefulness, while disappearing quietly. I learned the art of apologizing for things I never did. Even my dreams grew frightened and hid where no one lived. Your affection came in fragments, cold and warm without a warning. I stayed awake through endless nights, begging love to choose the morning. I erased another piece every time you turned away. Thought if I became less difficult, you'd finally wanna stay. I kept shrinking beside your love, making myself small enough to stop your storms from rising, to keep your heart from running. But every piece I gave away only made me fade to gray. And now I barely recognize the girl behind these tired eyes. I bent until my soul broke through, trying to be enough for you. Maybe love was never meant to leave somebody incomplete. Maybe hearts are not supposed to tremble just to keep the peace. So tonight I'll let the silence tell me what I should have known. If I have to lose myself, then I'm already alone. I stopped shrinking beside your love, stopped asking if I'm good enough. The mirror slowly showed me the parts you couldn't hold gently. And though it hurts to walk away, I can finally hear my name like a song returning home again. After years beneath the rain, you wanted less of who I was, but I was always more than enough. I was always enough, even when you couldn't see it. I'm still here. further you drifted. You held my heart like fragile glass, but never looked inside. Only saw the parts of me you wished you could redesign. I learned your silence carefully, like scripture in the dark, tracing every little wound you left across my heart. I gave you every softer piece, every trembling prayer. Still your eyes kept searching, like love was somewhere else out there. No matter how gently I loved, no matter how deeply I stayed, there was always something missing, something I could never change. I was never enough for you, not loud enough to break your blues, not perfect enough to calm your storms, not beautiful enough to be your home. I poured my soul into your hands, watched it slip like silver sand, and every time I gave you more, you loved me just a little less than before. I was never enough for you. I memorized the shape of pain behind the way you breathe, the distance growing quietly between your touch and me. I wore exhaustion like perfume, smiled through every bruise, trying to become the woman you would finally choose. But love should never feel like standing trial every day, begging someone to notice all the reasons they should stay. I disappeared inside your wall, trying not to ask for too much, but even at my smallest, you still call me hard to love. I was never enough for you, not bright enough to pull you through, not strong enough to heal your scars, not distant enough when it got hard. I gave you every part of me, still you treated love like leaving, and every dream we tried to hold turned colder in your hands than snow. I was never enough for you. Maybe the tragedy wasn't me, maybe your heart was already gone, maybe I kept chasing sunlight inside a sky that wanted none, and now the tears fall differently, not for losing you tonight, but for the girl who kept believing she had to earn the right to be loved right. I'm finally enough for myself. I don't need your empty help, don't need a break just to belong, don't need a silence to feel strong. Now the mirror looks kinder somehow, I can finally breathe out loud, and though your memory still hurts to touch, I know now I was never the one who wasn't enough. I loved you honestly, even when it destroyed me. Oh, now I'm learning how to stay with myself. We tried again, didn't we? and somehow that hurt the most. You knocked softly at my door, like time had changed your heart. And for a moment I believed maybe broken things restart. Your voice still carried tenderness, your eyes still knew my name. So I unfolded all my fears and let you in again. We spoke carefully for days, like walking over glass, trying not to wake the ghost still hiding in the past. But healing doesn't happen just because we miss the pain. Love can't survive forever on the hope that people change. Now it's the silence after trying again, the quiet ache after almost fixing it. No screaming fights, no final goodbye, just empty space where our future lived. And somehow that silence cuts the deepest, more than tears or words we didn't mean. Because this time we truly tried and still couldn't become what the other one needed. I noticed how your smile faded whenever I spoke too long. And you noticed how my laughter started sounding slightly wrong. We kept reaching for each other through exhaustion and regret, but love became a language we could no longer translate. I watched your hands pull slowly back like tides leaving the shore, and I realized forever wasn't waiting anymore. Sometimes two hearts can love deeply and still slowly fall apart, not because they stopped caring, but because healing came too hard. Now it's the silence after trying again, the hollow air after the last amen. No shattered frames, no doors to blame, just two tired souls learning how to end. And somehow that silence feels enormous, like winter filling every room we knew. Because this time we gave our all and still watched love become something we couldn't hold on to. Maybe some stories aren't meant to survive every storm they meet. Maybe love can still be honest even when it ends incomplete. And maybe letting go softly is kinder than holding on in fear. Because I'd rather remember your warmth than lose ourselves staying here. So here's the silence after trying again, the final breath after the long descent. No hatred left, no need for revenge, just sadness sitting gently on the bed. And though tomorrow may still break me, I know we loved the best we knew how to. But sometimes hearts grow differently, even when they're beating for the same truth. We really tried, didn't we? And maybe that has to be enough. Sorry, that word became my shadow. Even when I did nothing wrong. silence surrounding you. I apologize for questions, for needing reassurance, for crying too honestly, for asking if you were sure of us. I became careful with my laughter, careful with my dreams, like love was something fragile that could break from hearing me breathe. And every time you pulled away, I blamed myself again, convinced my heart was simply too heavy to defend. So I carry guilt like perfume softly on my skin, hoping if I stayed gentle enough, you'd finally let me in. I learned to apologize for existing, like taking up space was a sin. I said sorry for my feelings before they could even begin. I made myself smaller each day till I almost faded away, just to keep your love from leaving, just to make your coldness stay. Oh, I forgot that love should never make someone ashamed to be alive. I said sorry when I was hurting, sorry when I couldn't sleep, sorry for the trembling in my hands when your distance cut too deep. I apologize for overthinking while you disappeared for days, like abandonment was somehow a wound that I had made. I stopped trusting my reflection, stopped trusting what was real, because you made my sadness sound like something weak to feel. And slowly I became a ghost inside the life I knew, still whispering apologies for things I didn't do. I thought love meant enduring every ache without complaint, but hearts are not designed to survive by shrinking into pain. I learned to apologize for existing, for every tear and every breath, like being human was exhausting, like needing love was selfishness. I folded all my needs away so you would have a reason to stay, but no amount of silence could make you love me differently anyway. I forgot that love should feel like safety, not survival every night. And maybe I was never difficult, maybe I was simply unseen, maybe your inability to love gently was never proof there was something wrong with me. So tonight I'll let the guilt fall like rain finally leaving the sky. I don't owe the world an apology for being alive. I'm done apologizing for existing, done asking permission to feel, done believing my emotions need someone else to be real. Now I speak without shrinking first. Now I know my heart is worth it. If love arrives again someday, it won't ask me to disappear, because I finally understand I was never too much to hold. I was simply given to hands too cold. No more sorry for being human, for being me. I deserve to stay without apology. I gave you everything I knew how to give, but your emptiness had no ending. when I held you close. You searched for what felt wrong. I poured warmth into your winters, stayed through every storm. But your heart kept building oceans between my arms and yours. I watched myself grow weary, trying to fill your endless ache, like somehow it was my duty to heal every wound you made. And every time you needed saving, I gave another piece of me, until there was almost nothing left. Still you looked incomplete. You wanted more than my heart could hold, more than my soul could carry alone. More reassurance, more forgiveness, more love than one body could become. And I kept breaking quietly, trying to be your remedy. But no matter how deeply I loved, your emptiness kept swallowing us. Ooh, you wanted more than any heart could hold. You mistook my devotion for proof I'd never leave. So you kept asking for more pieces, until I could barely breathe. I became your midnight shelter, your soft place to collapse. But no one ever asked me who was holding me back. I carried your fears like heavy stones inside my fragile chest, while pretending I was strong enough to survive without rest. Love should not feel like drowning inside somebody else's pain, and hearts are not designed to disappear just to make someone stay. You wanted more than my heart could hold, more than my trembling hands controlled. More patience, more healing, more silence whenever you grew cold. And I kept bending underneath the weight of what you needed from me. But love cannot survive forever when only one soul is bleeding. Ooh, you wanted more than my heart could hold. Maybe some wounds are oceans no amount of love can cross. Maybe I confuse self-sacrifice with what devotion costs. And maybe I was never failing. Maybe I simply reached my end, because even the strongest hearts cannot endlessly bend. You wanted more than my heart could hold, but I was never made of gold. I was human, soft and breaking, trying to survive the cold. Now I gather all my scattered pieces from the floor where they were left, and for the first time in forever, I choose my own breath. I loved you more than words could show, but I can't die trying to fill a soul that refuses to grow. and now I finally let it rest. I kept becoming someone else, hoping someday you'd finally stay. I changed the way I spoke to you, softened every edge, turned my anger into silence, buried words unsaid. I learned your favorite versions of who I should become, less emotional, less honest, less difficult to love. I wore different kinds of beauty depending on your mood, trying to become the answer to what was missing inside you. But every time I reached your standards, they quietly moved again, like love was always waiting for someone I had never been. So I kept standing in the doorway of your almost open heart, still believing one more change could stop us falling apart. I'm still waiting for the version you'd love, the quieter girl who never asked too much, the perfect shape, the painless soul, the woman who never comes undone. And every time I disappear, you hold me slightly closer, near, but only long enough to make me try becoming someone new again. I'm still waiting for the version you'd love. I stopped trusting my reflection because your eyes rewrote the truth. Every flaw became enormous when it was standing next to you. I apologize for needing warmth, for nights I couldn't hide the hurt, while you loved me in fragments, then blamed me when it worsened. And somewhere in the middle of all the roles I tried to play, I forgot what kind of laughter used to belong to me before the pain. Maybe love was never meant to feel like endless auditioning. Maybe hearts aren't supposed to bleed just to earn somebody's listening. I'm still waiting for the version you'd love, the easier heart that wouldn't be enough to challenge you or scare you away whenever things became too real to touch. And every dream I sacrificed only dimmed my own internal light. Still I kept hoping someday you finally see me and choose to stay. I'm still waiting for the version you'd love. Or maybe there was never a version that could heal what you refused to face. Maybe I kept chasing acceptance in a love that only offered replacement. And maybe the cruelest part of all is how long I blame myself for not becoming impossible things no human heart could ever be. I won't wait for the version you love anymore. I'm done reshaping my soul at your door. I was enough before your doubt. every scattered piece, the ones I gave away for peace. And slowly I remember, love should not require losing me completely. Oh, the version worth loving was always me. No more changing, no more shrinking. If love arrives again, it will recognize me as I am. I used to recognize myself before love became a room I couldn't breathe inside. Every morning felt familiar, but something slowly changed. My smile started looking practiced, my eyes no longer stayed the same. I stopped wearing certain colors you once said were too much. Stopped speaking with my whole heart, stopped asking to be touched. And every mirror in the hallway caught pieces disappearing, like someone softly erased me. While I stood there pretending, I kept telling myself, this is what love requires, while quietly becoming a stranger in my own life. And the hardest part about fading is you barely feel it start, until your reflection no longer looks connected to your heart. Every mirror said I was losing me, little by little, invisibly, behind tired eyes and forced goodbyes, and all the ways I learned to shrink quietly. I watched my spirit disappear, trying to keep you near, till even my own reflection couldn't recognize the girl standing here. Oh, every mirror knew before I finally did. I memorized your disappointments like sacred poetry, turned every flaw you pointed out into my identity. I became softer than silence, careful with every word, afraid that one wrong emotion would make me less deserved. And while I kept adjusting, you kept drifting further away, leaving me to fight alone for a love already changing shape. I thought devotion meant endurance, thought pain was proof of death, never noticing how much of me was slowly being left. Some slowly returning, piece by piece. My voice feels warm, my soul feels loud, like sunlight entering abandoned streets. And though the healing scares me, still I finally know my heart is real. I was never hard to love, I was simply disappearing inside the wrong kind of every mirror now reminds me I deserve to remain whole. I'm still here, still breathing, still becoming myself again. You said goodbye so gently, I almost mistook it for love. The room was quiet when you spoke, like the world already knew that we were standing at the edge of something we couldn't undo. Your eyes avoided mine that night, like truth was hard to hold. And every second felt like winter, slowly filling up my soul. But I still poured your coffee, still fixed the collar of your coat, still try to make the ending soft, even while my heart was broke. I knew if I started crying, you might stay from guilt instead. So I buried all my heartbreak behind trembling lips instead. I wore my best smile for your goodbye, even while something inside me died. I nodded softly, held you gently, pretended I would be alright. And while you walked away from us, I gave you warmth instead of anger, because loving you had taught me how to suffer beautifully in silence. So I wore my best smile for your goodbye. You thanked me for understanding, like this was mercy, not defeat. While my chest became a battlefield, trying not to beg you not to leave. I memorized the shape of you standing near the door, wondering how someone I loved could suddenly become before. And even then I wanted your sadness more than mine, so I carried all the breaking quietly behind my eyes. Sometimes love becomes so gentle, it forgets how to fight. And isn't smiling while someone lets you go. Maybe strength is admitting you deserve to be held closer. I won't wear another smile for goodbye. Won't hide devastation behind polite eyes. If love leaves me someday again, I'll let the sorrow speak honestly this time. 'Cause endings still deserve grieving, and broken hearts deserve their healing. I loved you deeply, but I finally understand. I shouldn't have had to disappear to help you leave peacefully. Oh, I wore my best smile, but underneath it, I was breaking. You never saw how hard I tried to make goodbye hurt less for you. Oh, even while it destroyed me. How do you leave someone when your heart still runs toward them at the same time? I woke beside your sleeping shadow, with storms inside my chest. One part of me still wanted you, the other begged for rest. Your fingers still felt familiar, your voice still sounded warm, but love had slowly turned into a place where I stayed torn. I kept collecting broken pieces, trying to rebuild us all, while quietly abandoning the gentlest parts of my soul. And every night became a battle between comfort and truth, between the ache of leaving and the ache of loving you. Because loving you felt beautiful and painful at the same time, like holding on to roses while slowly bleeding dry. It was the war between loving you and loving me, between staying where you were and setting myself free. I wanted your arms, but I needed my peace, and both were pulling equally. I kept choosing you in silence while my own heart cried for mercy, and every compromise I made became another wound inside me. Oh, it was a war I never knew how to survive. You weren't cruel in obvious ways that almost made it worse, because sometimes tenderness can still quietly hurt. You loved me when it suited you, then disappeared emotionally, leaving me to question why I always felt incomplete. I carried hope like fragile glass, careful not to let it break, even while exhaustion slowly started settling in my veins. And somewhere underneath devotion, I heard a softer voice asking why love demanded I destroy myself by choice. Sometimes the hardest heartbreak isn't when somebody leaves, It's realizing staying is what's killing you slowly. It was the war between loving you and loving me, between losing us and recovering my heartbeat. I want it forever, but not at this cost. Not if I vanished completely. I kept defending your memory while betraying my own healing. And every tear I swallowed down turned into another reason to leave quietly. Oh, it was a war inside my own heart. And maybe love should never feel like choosing who gets to survive. Maybe real love doesn't ask you to sacrifice your entire life. So tonight I lay down my armor and finally face the truth. If loving you means losing me, then I have to stop choosing you. Now the war between loving you and loving me is finally ending peacefully. I'll always care, but I can't stay where my soul forgets how to breathe. And though my hands still shake tonight, I know someday this will feel right. Because choosing myself is not betrayal. It's finally returning home alive. I loved you deeply, but now I have to love me too. No more war, no more disappearing. Oh, I choose peace now, even if it hurts at first. I loved you like prayer, like faith alone could keep a house from falling apart. I stayed through every winter, believing spring would come. Held your shaking heart together, even while mine came undone. I called endurance romance, called suffering being strong. Thought if I just loved deeply enough, nothing could go wrong. I defended you in silence, even when you hurt me most. Built a home from fragile promises and tried to call it hope. And every time you drifted farther, I loved you even more, certain my devotion could heal what came before. I thought loyalty was powerful enough to outrun every fear. But love cannot survive alone when only one heart is here. I thought devotion would save us, thought my patience could change us. Thought if I carried enough pain quietly, we'd finally become what we dreamed of. But no amount of faithful loving can force a heart to stay open. And every prayer I whispered for us echoed back broken. Oh, I thought devotion would save us, but love needs two people holding on. I wore exhaustion like armor, smiled through every lonely night, convincing myself heartbreak was simply part of loving right. You leaned on me for comfort, but disappeared when I needed yours. And I kept calling soul. Maybe devotion isn't measured by how much pain you survive. Maybe real love protects your spirit instead of asking it to die. And maybe I confuse persistence with something noble and true, when really I was just afraid of living without you. Now I know devotion can't save us if one heart keeps turning away from love. No amount of waiting, no amount of bleeding can force broken pieces to fit enough. So tonight I lay my faith down gently beside the ruins we became. And though it hurts to leave this story, I finally understand. Love should feel like shelter, not something you survive through alone. Oh, I thought devotion would save us, but now I have to save myself too. I loved you faithfully, even while disappearing. Now I'm learning to return to myself. Even after you left, you still filled every room like smoke after a fire. Your hands stopped reaching for me long before you walked away, but somehow your silence lingered, and everything I couldn't say. The coffee cup beside the window still faced your empty chair, and every quiet corner of this house remembered you were there. I tried opening the curtains, letting sunlight touch the floor, but your shadow stayed behind me like they belonged here more. And every memory kept breathing long after love was gone, like echoes that refused to fade after the final song. You held me only briefly, but your absence learned to stay. And now I carry pieces of you I cannot wash away. Your shadows stay longer than your arms, longer than your promises and charms. You disappeared softly, but your ghost still hold me in the quiet corners of my heart. And every room still feels you're leaving. Every silence sounds like grieving, though your touch has faded far away. Your shadow stayed long after your love was gone. I still hear footsteps sometimes in the middle of the night. Still turn around expecting warmth when shadows move near the light. You left your sadness in my bloodstream, your doubts inside my head. Now even peaceful moments feel haunted by things unsaid. I hated how I missed you, even after all the pain. How the heart can keep romanticizing what heart slowly broke it day by day. And maybe healing isn't instant. Maybe hearts release in waves. Maybe love leaves fingerprints long after it escapes. Some people leave with distance, others leave with scars. And somehow you became both the moment we fell apart. Your shadows stay longer than your arms, longer than the warmth before the harm. You stopped loving me, but your memory still reaches through every fragile part. And no matter how I try rebuilding, your echoes keep resurfacing. Though your body's far from mine tonight, your shadows stay. Ooh, longer than your love did. But maybe shadows only linger where light once mattered deeply. Maybe grief is proof that love once lived here completely. And maybe one day these haunted wounds will finally breathe again, when my heart stops confusing pain with the shape of missing him. Your shadows stayed longer than your arms, but they no longer own my heart. I'm learning slowly how to hold me without reopening every scar. And though some nights still ache with memory, I know your darkness isn't destiny, because little by little dawn arrives and shadows lose their power in the light. Oh, you stayed too long inside my soul, but now I'm finally letting you go. The shadows are fading now. The room feels lighter somehow. Oh, I survived your leaving, and I'm still here. I kept trying to survive us until one day I realized I couldn't find myself anymore. At first it happened quietly, like dust settling on light. Small compromises gathering across ordinary nights. I stopped saying what I needed, stopped asking to be seen, turned every wound into silence so we could stay in peace. I carried your storms carefully, like they mattered more than mine, while my own heart sat trembling somewhere far behind. And every day I gave a little, till there was almost nothing left, just a ghost inside a body, trying not to break to death. I kept believing love and staying, no matter what it took. But somewhere in all the hurting, I stopped recognizing who I was. Somewhere along the hurt, I disappeared between the waiting and the tears, between your distance spirit had become. How my smile started looking like something performed for someone. I learned to survive on fragments, tiny moments of your care, while calling loneliness patience, just because you were still there. And maybe that's the cruelest thing about loving someone too long. You keep hoping they will save you, while slowly becoming undone. I kept waiting for the old me to come walking through the door, but she got lost somewhere between loving you and enduring more. Sometimes heartbreak isn't sudden, sometimes it's a slow goodbye to the person you once were before you learn to survive. Somewhere along the hurt, I disappeared inside the weight of all my fears. I became smaller, softer, quieter, till even my reflection looked unclear. I lost myself trying to love you, lost my voice trying not to fight, and now I'm standing in the ruins trying to remember what still feels alive. Oh, somewhere along the hurt, I disappeared. But tonight, beneath the broken pieces, I heard a heartbeat calling softly, like the woman I abandoned still survives somewhere inside me. And maybe healing starts the moment you finally stop pretending that surviving pain forever is the same thing as loving. Now I'm finding all the parts that disappeared, the fragile hope still breathing here. My voice is shaking, but awakening for the first time in so many years. I won't abandon myself again just to keep somebody near, because love should never cost the soul you have to live inside. Oh, somewhere along the herd, I disappear. But slowly, I am returning to myself again. I'm still here, still breathing, still becoming whole. Little by little, I come back home. I used to think loneliness meant being alone, until I loved you. You slept beside me every night, but somehow miles away. Your body stayed within my reach, your heart did not remain. We spoke in half-finished sentences and quiet, tired sighs, like strangers trying carefully to imitate a life. I kept searching for connection inside your distant eyes, but every conversation ended before it truly arrived. And the silence in our bedroom felt colder than the rain, because emptiness hurts deeper when someone's there but doesn't stay. I thought having you beside me would keep the darkness out, but loneliness can echo loudly inside a crowded house. The loneliest place was beside you, lying close but feeling felt emptier than sleeping alone. The loneliest place was beside you. I memorized your disappearing, the way you slowly withdrew, how even joy became something too heavy for you to move through. I stopped asking how you felt, stopped asking if we were okay, because your answers sounded colder with every passing day. And somewhere in the quiet I began losing my voice, trading honesty for harmony, like pain was simply the price. But love should never leave you begging to be seen by the very person who once made you believe. Sometimes the deepest loneliness is loving someone distant still, watching them fade emotionally while sitting perfectly still. The loneliest place was beside you, trying to reach what I couldn't get through. Your touch stayed near, but your heart disappeared and mine slowly broke in two. I carried entire conversations inside the silence you left me, while smiling through another evening of feeling unwanted beside you again. The loneliest place was beside you. And maybe that's why leaving hurt less and staying there unseen, because solitude feels gentler than begging someone to love you deeply. I thought losing you would destroy me, but staying almost did. And now I understand. Loneliness is not the absence of bodies, it's the absence of being held emotionally. The loneliest place was beside you, but I finally walked myself through. Now empty rooms feel kinder somehow than loving someone emotionally unreachable. And though I still ache sometimes for the warmth of what we used to be, I know now peace began the moment you stop abandoning yourself to keep somebody company. Ooh, the loneliest place was beside you. And now I finally sleep beside myself again. I kept choosing softness, even when it was hurting me, until one day there was nothing left to bend. I answered anger with patience, answered distance with care, held my tears behind my smile just to keep the peace in the air. I learned how to stay quiet when your coldness filled the room, Learned how to swallow heartbreak before it had a chance to bloom. I gave you every gentle version of the woman I could be. Soft hands, soft words, soft forgiveness, even when you wounded me. And every time I cracked a little, I told myself love understood, because I thought enduring pain was proof my heart was good. But even rivers made of kindness eventually overflow, and even fragile hearts grow tired of carrying sorrow alone. I was gentle until I broke, until my voice turned into smoke, until my kindness became exhaustion and my silence became a ghost. I kept loving you carefully while disappearing slowly underneath. And by the time I finally shattered, there was almost nothing left of me. Oh, I was gentle until I broke. You call me too emotional whenever pain escaped my chest, so I learned to cry in bathrooms and call pretending doing my best. I carried your unfinished healing like it belonged inside my skin, while my own wounds stayed bleeding beneath forced calmness and discipline. I thought softness would protect us, thought tenderness could save a love without mutual shelter. Turns kindness into a grave, and somewhere between your leaving and my desperate need to stay, I stopped recognizing how much of myself I'd given away. Sometimes breaking doesn't happen loudly, sometimes it arrives unseen, in the quiet exhaustion of surviving what love shouldn't be. I was gentle until I broke, till every promise felt too heavy to hold, till my heart became a trembling house full of silence and unsent hope. I kept making room for your storms while losing all my warmth, and every compromise I made pulled me further from myself. Oh, I was gentle until I broke. But maybe breaking saved me, maybe shattered things still shine, because for the first time in forever I finally heard my own cry. And beneath the ruins of devotion there was still a pulse alive, a softer voice inside me whispering, you deserve to survive. Now I'm learning how to be gentle with myself without setting my own heart on fire for someone else. I still believe in kindness, but not the kind that destroys me quietly. And though the healing feels unfamiliar, I can finally breathe a little clearer, because breaking taught me something love should never require: losing your spirit. I was gentle until I broke, and now I am rebuilding softer but stronger than before. I survived the breaking, I survived the silence, And somehow my heart still chooses softness. I kept knocking on your heart, like someday you would finally open the door. You through the silence, through every distant stare, through nights you felt a million miles away. Even lying there, I memorized your sadness, like maybe if I understood, I could somehow love you deeply enough to make you feel something good. I stayed when conversations turn colder every day, stayed when your affection began slowly fading away. And every time you disappeared emotionally, I blame myself again, thinking maybe stronger love could finally let me in. But some hearts build walls so high no tenderness can climb through, and some people grow so lost even love cannot reach them too. No amount of love could reach you, no matter how softly I tried to. I gave my warmth, I gave my soul, still your darkness pulled you further away. I kept holding out my hands while you vanished where I couldn't stand, and every piece of me that loved you broke trying to pull you back again. No amount of love could reach you. You wore pain like armor, kept your heart beneath the ice, and every time I moved closer, you disappeared another night. I turned myself into comfort, into patience, into light. But loving someone unreachable feels like drowning quietly. I stopped sleeping peacefully, stopped knowing how to rest, because carrying your emptiness lived heavy inside my chest. And somewhere in the exhaustion, I finally understood, some wounds refuse healing, no matter how deeply they're loved. Sometimes devotion becomes sorrow when you keep trying to rescue someone who keeps choosing darkness over the love reaching toward them. No amount of love could reach you, no amount of staying could heal you. I bent like rain against closed windows, praying someday you'd let the light through. But your silence became an ocean, and I was slowly pulled beneath it, till loving you started feeling like losing myself completely. Oh, no amount of love could reach you. And maybe the cruelest lesson is realizing love has limits too. Not because it isn't powerful, but because healing must come from you. I wanted so badly to save us, wanted my heart to be enough. But some people cannot receive the very thing they hunger for most. Now I know no amount of love could reach you, but that doesn't mean my love loved with honesty, with everything in me, even while watching us come undone slowly. And though part of me still aches tonight, I finally release the need to fight, because loving someone shouldn't require abandoning your own light. No amount of love could reach you. So now I choose to finally reach myself again. I could not save you, but maybe that was never mine to do. Oh, now I let the silence rest and carry my heart home. For so long I kept looking at the sky, asking for miracles you never wanted to become. I used to stay awake for hours, speaking softly to the night, praying something in the universe would finally make things right. I wished upon exhausted stars for tenderness from you, for words you could not seem to say, for love that felt more true. I kept believing someday you'd wake up and finally see the way your silence slowly was unraveling me. And every broken promise I folded into hope, like faith alone could change a heart unwilling to grow. But no constellation in the heavens can rewrite somebody's soul, and love cannot force flowers to bloom in frozen cold. I stopped begging the stars to change you, stopped asking the sky to pull us through. I gave all I had, more than I should. Still you remained unreachable, and somewhere between heartbreak and healing, I realized love should not feel like bleeding. So I let the night finally keep its silence, instead of filling it with wishes for you. Oh, I stopped begging the stars to change you. I romanticized your distance, called confusion timing instead, turned every lonely evening into stories in my head. I thought patience made me noble, thought suffering proved devotion, but really I was drowning inside endless emotion. You kept choosing your own shadows while I chased fading light, and every prayer I whispered only left me more tired. Till one night beneath the moonlight, something inside me broke free. The painful understanding that love cannot happen unwillingly. Sometimes healing begins quietly, the moment hope lets go. Not because the love was false, but because the truth finally showed. I stopped begging the stars to change you, stopped waiting for impossible truths, stopped shrinking myself inside your distance just to keep believing in you. And though the letting go still hurts me, there's peace inside surrender finally, because loving someone endlessly should never actually being there. I stopped begging the stars to change you and finally started listening to the truth. That love should feel safe, not uncertain every day, not like constantly waiting to be chosen. And though part of me still misses the dream of who we could have been, I know now the stars were never silent. They were trying to guide me back to myself again. Oh, I stopped begging the stars, and somewhere in the quiet I finally began healing. The sky feels calmer now. No more desperate prayers, just moonlight and the slow return of peace. The first time I stopped asking who would stay and started asking what I needed to survive. I spent years inside reflections, trying to be calm enough for hands that only held me when loving me felt easy to touch. I carried other people's sadness like it was mine to heal, ignore the quiet breaking. I was too afraid to feel. I called abandonment patience, called exhaustion being strong, while my own heart waited silently to be chosen all along. And somewhere beneath the ruins of everything I tried to save, a softer voice kept whispering, you don't deserve to live this way. So one night I stopped chasing what kept running from me, listen to the ache inside, begging finally to breathe. That was when my heart finally chose itself. After years of loving everybody else, I let go slowly of what destroyed me and held my own soul gently instead. No more shrinking to be wanted, no more silence just to keep the peace. I finally understood love should feel like safety, not surviving on your knees. Oh, my heart finally chose itself. The mornings felt unfamiliar without waiting for your call, but slowly the quiet stopped sounding like loneliness at all. I started wearing colors you once said were too bright, started laughing without guilt, started sleeping through the night. I looked into the mirror and saw someone still alive, not broken beyond repair, just exhausted from trying, and every little healing felt fragile but sincere, like sunlight reaching places that had disappeared for years. Sometimes the bravest thing a heart can do is stop begging to be loved and finally become the home it was always searching for. That was when my heart finally chose itself. Instead of setting itself on fire for someone else, I gathered every shattered piece with tenderness and honesty and slowly became whole. still remember what we were, but the difference now is finally I no longer disappear. Now my heart finally chooses itself every day and every boundary. I no longer betray in every sunrise. I survive through without needing someone else to stay. And though the scars still ache sometimes, they no longer define my life, because loving myself softly saved me more than waiting ever did. Heart finally chose itself, and somewhere in that choosing I found peace again. I am still healing, still blooming slowly. But this time I'm not leaving myself behind. I spent so long trying to stay composed until one night my heart finally spoke louder than my pride. I held everything together with trembling hands for years, smiled through every heartbreak while swallowing my tears. I told myself, be stronger, be quieter, survive, as if pain only mattered when nobody saw you cry. I carried all the grieving like a secret in my chest, afraid if I unraveled I would never find rest. So I kept pretending healing was simply staying numb, until exhaustion finally whispered, you don't have to run. And that night the silence broke open like thunder beneath my skin. Every ache I buried deeply finally flooded in. It was the night I let the tears finish speaking, the night I stopped pretending I was healing. Every hidden sorrow, every silent breaking finally poured out of me honestly. And though it felt like drowning at first, there was something holy in the hurt, because for the first time in forever I let my heart be heard. The night I let the tears finish speaking. I cried for every version of myself I left behind, for all the times I stayed too long and called it being kind. I cried for unanswered prayers, for empty arms at night, for every moment I abandoned me to keep somebody else beside me. The room became a cathedral of memories and regret, but somewhere underneath the sadness I felt something shift instead, because grief that's fully witnessed started the moment I gave my sorrow permission to exist. Oh, the night I let the tears finish speaking was the night I finally started finding peace. No more pretending, no more holding it alone. Oh, the tears said everything my heart was too afraid to say. The world did not suddenly become beautiful again, but one morning I noticed I could breathe a little easier. Started opening the curtains without forcing myself to smile. Started letting sunlight rest beside me for a little while. The coffee tasted warmer, the morning's less severe, and silence no longer sounded like something I should fear. I stopped rereading old messages, stop tracing old mistakes, stop searching for my worth inside the love somebody couldn't make. And slowly through the healing, a softer truth appeared. I survived the heartbreak I once thought would end me here. Not every beginning arrives loudly, sometimes it barely makes a sound. Like flowers learning quietly how to grow back through frozen ground. Softly I began again, like morning light returning gently, and no dramatic ending, no sudden transformation, just a tired heart learning how to live again. I held my own hands carefully, like something worth protecting finally. And somewhere between the sorrow and the healing, I found peace waiting patiently for me. Oh, softly I began again. I started wearing colors you once convinced me didn't fit. Started speaking without shrinking, started trusting my own spirit. I laughed without apologizing, cried without feeling weak, and every small act of healing felt sacred underneath. I no longer chase closure from doors already closed, because some answers arrive quietly the moment you let go. And though some nights still ache a little, the sadness doesn't stay. It passes like soft rain now, instead of washing me away. Healing did not erase the damage, but it taught my heart this truth: broken things can still become beautiful and treated gently too. Tenderness instead of desperation, and every scar I carry now feels lighter somehow, because they no longer remind me of what destroyed me, but of everything I survived. not becoming fearless. Maybe it's choosing hope despite the pain. Maybe courage is simply waking up and letting yourself try again. I thought healing would feel distant, like some impossible place, but it arrived quietly beside me the moment I chose grace. Softly I began again, not as who I was back then, but someone wiser, kinder to herself, and no longer afraid to feel deeply again. Now the future doesn't frighten me like it once did endlessly, because I finally understand my heart was never ruined. It was only waiting to be loved gently by me. Softly I began again, and this time I did not leave myself behind. The light returned slowly, but it returned, and so did I. After all the breaking, after all the waiting, there's something I finally understand. I spent years chasing reflections of who you needed me to be, bending every fragile piece of myself to earn love carefully. I carried every goodbye like proof I failed somehow, turned rejection into questions about my own worth aloud. I thought being chosen would finally make me whole, thought love from someone else could heal the emptiness I held below. But healing came quietly when the silence settled in, and I stopped asking strangers to define the light within. 'Cause no amount of losing could erase what remained true. Even in my darkest moments, there was still something beautiful, and still I was always enough. Even when love became too rough, even when I shattered, even when I doubted, my heart still carried more than enough. I was never hard to hold, never too emotional, never too broken to deserve tenderness. I just forgot my soul was already whole. Still, I was always enough. Now the mirrors feel gentler, the morning's less afraid. I no longer measure my worth by who decided not to stay. I learned that lonely seasons do not make a life unworthy, and heartbreak does not lessen the beauty living underneath me. The tears became rivers, the pain became release, and every wound I survived through led me slowly back to peace. Now I speak with softer courage, now I breathe without shame, because I finally stopped abandoning myself for people who never came the same. And maybe love was never meant to teach me how to disappear. Maybe it was always leading me back here. peace is a beautiful thing, and the soul I spent years searching for was already living inside me. And still I was always enough, through every wound and every loss, through every goodbye, every sleepless night, every moment I forgot who I was. Now I stand beside myself gently, no longer asking love to complete me, because after all the hurting, after all the healing, I finally understand what my heart needed most. It was never permission to exist beautifully, and still I was always enough. Always enough. Always enough. The story ends softly now. No more chasing, no more shrinking. Oh, just peace and the quiet sound